One day, you might see me in a whole new way. One day, but still I see that I'm the same OJ. One day, you might.
The reason most people fail is because they give up what they want most for what they want now. The reason most people fail is because they give up what they want most for what they want now. If that was one message, it'd probably be that. Like, people don't fail because they're not talented or skilled or whatever. It's like you give up what you want most for what you want now.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with a quick message, man. Y'all already know the Most High done woke us up, man. We got to be great today. It's Sunday. It's a fun day. Football on, but still, we got to handle business and get to work at the same time. You know what I mean? So let's be great. Let's get to it. But real quick, though, I wanted y'all to see that clip because he said most people fail because they give up what they want most for what they want now. They give up what they want most for what they want now. And you see it a lot. A lot of us have been guilty of this. We sell out for what we want right now instead of trusting our process. So what we gonna do, we gonna just say, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I want this shit now. So guess what? You gonna settle for that. You gonna settle for that. But meanwhile, if you would have just trusted your process, right? If you would have trusted your process and waited it out and continue to grind, you could have got something way bigger. You could have got something way better. You know what I mean? But instead, what you do, you settled for what you wanted at the moment, at that very second. And all you did was cheat yourself out of what you could have had, what you really wanted. You cheated yourself out of that because you couldn't wait. Your patience wasn't there. And you settled for what you wanted now instead of what you wanted the most. And we do that. You see it a lot. And a lot of people fail that way because, man, when you think about it, right, you got to understand for the things that you want now, right? The things that you want right at this minute, you got to understand that those things are temporary. A lot of the time it's temporary. Even if you wanted to just go for it, like, even if you wanted to add SR into this, you think about it. When you start fapping, when you fap, you just wanted that right now. You wanted to do it right now. You got triggered. You had an urge. So what you want to do? You want to bust a nut. So instead of just keep fighting and waiting it out, you know what I mean? You know what? Or just living the fight another day like, fuck it, you know, I'm going to beat this. Instead, you give in, right? Now your streak gone. Now your energy gone. Now you restarting. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yo, you gave that up for what you wanted at that moment. A lot of people do that in business. A lot of people do it with their education. A lot of people do it with cars, houses, all of those things. You know, when all they had to do was just trust in their process, and then they would have got more out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when you do that. You know what I mean? A lot of times we just settle for these temporary things. And you got to understand now, getting what you want now, most of the time it's just a temporary fix. It's a temporary fix. But if you just wait, you know, if you trust in your process, if you would have just kept grinding, it would have been more down the line for you. You know what I'm saying? You was stacking up all this energy. You was doing all the right things. And now look, you done gave it up. Now you back at square one. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that moving forward. We want things right now. Y'all, I want a house right now. You know what I mean? I want a better car right now. You know what I'm saying? I just got a car, but I'm just saying, you know, you always start thinking about more, and you want it now. But when you choose now, you choose temporary. When you choose now, you choose temporary, and then you end up failing that way. And then you start regretting, like, damn, I should have just stuck with what I had, paid that off, or I should have just finished school and did that. You know what I mean? And then I would have been in a better position. But instead, what you do, you wanted that car now, so you broke the bank, and then guess what? You got it, but now you can't get nothing else because you done spent all your money on those things. You spent your money on the now because you wanted it at that moment. You didn't have no patience. You know what I'm saying? You didn't trust in your process, and you got to trust in your process, man. It's more down the line when you just wait it out. when you just try to get those things out of your mind, a lot of the times, man, you want it now for the wrong reasons anyways. You see this person got something, that person got something. You looking at everything else around you, and you making these decisions off your emotion. You cannot make these decisions emotionally. You got to think logically. It got to be logical decisions that you make. Otherwise, you're going to make the wrong move for all the wrong reasons, and you're going to cheat yourself out a lot in this life. So you don't want to do that, okay? You know, don't settle for the now stuff, man, especially not just because you see everybody else having something. You know what I mean? Trust in yourself. Trust in your process. Keep working. And I guarantee you're going to get the things that you want, and you won't fail. You're going to succeed. But a lot of people, when they take that now dough, when they take that now money, you know what I mean? They'll sell something that was valuable. If they would have just waited, right? You got to think of it like a work, like a artifact, or like an art. You know what I mean? When you go to the pawn shop, people, they will buy something off you. But guess what? They're going to sell it for a lot more. So if you settle for that money, that upfront money, they're going to give you that upfront money. But guess what? They're going to flip it times 10. They do that at these record labels. They'll give you that front money like, take that. You can take that $100,000, take that bonus, but they end up making 50 million off of you, 100 million. You know what I mean? Because you chose to not go independent. You chose to not trust your process. You know what I mean? Because you wanted the now money. And you got to understand, man, upfront money ain't good money. That's what you got to understand moving forward. Upfront money ain't good money. That shit, you go right through that. But if you just trust your process, bro, you will have way more than that. But instead, you wanted it now. Like the commercial, it's my money, I want it now. Okay, they'll give it to you now. But guess what? It turned out that it ain't worth it in the end. It turned out that they got rich off of you. A lot of times, hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all J. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to